Hello Kenyans, Jambo Kenya. It's me with you once again, Steven, and I'm here at the consulate, Dubai. We are here to bring for you the awareness for the voter registration enhancement, continuous voter registration 2022. And with me today is one of the IBC specialists, the voter registration educator, Mr. Benjamin, who will join us shortly for a short period of time, that he's going to carry you through the awareness and the information regarding the voter registration for the year 2022. Welcome, join me. Hello, Mr. Benjamin.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine, Steve.
Yeah. So we are here today once again, another day, to bring the awareness to the Kenyans in diaspora. Kenyans in diaspora at large. Most importantly, we are here in UAE.
Yes.
For us, we are covering the United Arab Emirates, that is Dubai, Sharjah, Mulk, Fujairah, Abu Dhabi. So there are those kind of information that are very, very much vital for the Kenyans in diaspora to know regarding the voter registration and the importance of why Kenyans should come out in big numbers and vote. To start with, it's just to inform you that the voter registration started from 31st and it has been running from 31st up to the 14th of February. So far we have 2 days remaining, and mine is just to urge Kenyans to come in big numbers and register to exercise their rights as a voter. Mr. Benjamin,
Yes.
what are the importance or what kind of information do you think is important for Kenyans in diaspora to know regarding the voter registration process?
Well, as you have said, my name is Benjamin Lagat Dumoy. I am the Voter Education Coordinator with the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, that is IEBC. IEBC is the constitutional commission that was set up by the Constitution of Kenya to conduct elections or referendum, and more specifically voter registration, voter education, among other mandates of the commission. Now at this point we are conducting voter registration. We have just completed the registration in Kenya and other diaspora countries except UAE and Canada. And for UAE and Canada, I'll talk particularly about the UAE here, where we started registration on Monday, 31st January 2002, and we shall complete on 14th February 2002. So today we are only left with 2 days to go. Yes.
Very well. So as Mr. Benjamin has said, the voter registration started from 31st of January 2022 and it's running up to February 14, 2022. We have 2 days remaining. And as he has told you, it is the mandate as per the Constitution of Kenya for the IEBC to run the process. Okay? With you, with us now, is for him to tell us what, like, us as Kenyans, we know very well, like as of the statistics showing us in the Central Bank of Kenya, as of December 2021, the Kenyan diaspora has been sending remittance of approximately 3.7 million US dollars. That is roughly translated to Kenyan is almost $500 million Kenya shillings. This clearly tells you how important the diaspora is. An average Kenyan supports between 2 to 5 Kenyan on a personal level, with the exception of other investments. This is the reason why you find that it is very much important for us as Kenyans in diaspora to come out and exercise our rights. Mr. Benjamin,
Yes.
At what level are Kenyans in diaspora voting? Which levels of presidential, government? Kindly explain to us more regarding that.
Kenyans in diaspora, which are referred as Kenyans residing outside Kenya, vote for the position of the president, or if there is a referendum, they will vote in the referendum. Only the two. Because these are national decisions, so to speak. However, there are other positions where Kenyans back home vote for, because we have 6 positions in the constitution. We have the presidency, county governor, county senator, county woman representative to the National Assembly. We have the National Assembly election and the county assembly elections. So Kenyans in the diaspora by law only participate in the presidential one.
Very well, thank you very much. So as you have heard, the mandate of the Kenyans in diaspora is to vote for the presidential only. This is a very key thing because the leaders we vote in really matters, because this one creates good relationships. For example, now for the Kenyans residing in UAE, the president you vote plays a very big role in the bilateral agreements, bilateral and the policies implemented to help Kenyans, like the accessibility of services back at home, the insurance policies accessibility for the Kenyans in diaspora, the easy investment procedures. These are the things that when you vote as a Kenyan, it gives you a voice. The leader that you bring in there, it gives you a voice to actually put a leader who will look into these affairs, in the voting and formulating the government policies. Mr. Benjamin, back to you once again.
Yes.
After the voting, what is the next process? Kenyan has already come, they've already voted. What
after registration?
Yes, after registration.
Yes. Now we are conducting the registration of Kenyans residing in UAE to become voters. Now, what we are doing here is that we are capturing their details. There's a form to fill for application to be registered as a voter, and then after filling the form, we take in your biometrics, which now will be put into the voters register. After this, we are going to have another process. The next one is called verification of the voters register. We shall generate a register now, bringing all the records that we have collected in Kenya and in all the other diaspora countries. They are processed into a register, which we shall take back, or rather bring it back to UAE, the other places of registration, even back in Kenya, for a process called verification, so that the applicants will come to check if their particulars were captured very well, if they need some amendment.
So you mean that is a process after the registration before the election?
Yes.
Approximately maybe when?
I cannot give the date, but
definitely there is that period.
Definitely there is that period, because it's a requirement by law.
All right.
So that after that, now we finalize the register and it is gazetted. Now we go to the general election on the 9th of August 20.
Very well.
Yes.
Now, in a case that I have registered as a Kenyan voter in diaspora in UAE,
yes,
and it so happened that I need to, during that time, the election time, I need to travel to Kenya, and I've realized that during that time I'll be in Kenya. Is there any opportunity for me to change it once I go back to Kenya?
You cannot do that, because what we are doing now is that we are registering as well as transferring
on a fixed period of time.
On a fixed period of time.
For diaspora and also for back in Kenya, they are fixed period of time.
Here in the diaspora, in UAE, we are capturing, then we shall take the data to Nairobi and they will be processed with the others.
Okay.
Yes, and then when we come for verification, there will be no registration or doing anything, just confirming your details. If they are okay, if they have any issue, we just correct it. That's it. Yes. However, now as we do registration, we are also offering that opportunity to transfer your registration details. That is, if you registered in Kenya and you have now come to UAE, you can visit our station here, because we have a soft copy of the register. The officer at the first table will check if you are in the register, and if you are from registration, what we are also doing here is that we are offering an opportunity to transfer your registration details. What this means is that if you were registered previously in Kenya and you have moved to the UAE, you come to the registration point, you will get our first officer there who will check your details in the register, because we have a soft copy of the current register, and if your details are there, it will show where you are registered, which ward, which constituency, and from there the officer will give you a form which you will fill saying, now I was in this constituency, I wish to be transferred to the Kenya consulate in Dubai, for example.
So you mean for the transfer, there are no biometrics captured? Biometric capturing is only for the new registrations?
Yes, because you are already in the register, we have your biometrics we captured. What you are only doing is that you are applying to have your registration details moved here. So when we go back Nairobi, our IT team will just do that process of moving Kenya consulate in Dubai or Abu Dhabi to do a new station. And that is why verification is important, the one I talked about earlier, so that you can come and really confirm if your details have been moved.
For the verification, you have to verify using the document used in registration initially, right?
Yes, using the document we use to register, because that is the document which we capture the details that are in that document. If it is the passport, we have the passport number there. If you use the ID, you need to bring that document so that we confirm whether we have captured them correctly, because it is the same document that you will bring during the voting day.
Okay.
Yes, not any other. If you use the passport, you will come with a passport. If you used the ID, you will come with the ID. Yes.
Very well, very well. Thank you very much for that. I think all has been cleared. The process takes a very short period of time. It takes approximately between 5 to 7 minutes, or even lesser than that. And there are two, like we said, there are two major processes. That is the verification process and the registration of your documents. Well, if you had initially registered back in Kenya and you wish to transfer here, it takes even much more shorter time. There's just a form you fill, and they will transfer you to Diaspora new station. Like in this case, it will be consulate in Dubai. If you're registering in Abu Dhabi, it will be at the embassy in Abu Dhabi.
And on transfer again, it can also work the other way around. If you are in UAE now, and maybe you are, from your own estimate, you might be in Kenya during the polling day in August. You can still come here, we check your details, and we fill you a form saying now you wish to even change your station back in Kenya.
Wow, that's wonderful. That is before the period ends.
Yes, before the period ends.
Okay,
Yes.
that's wonderful. Yes. So I think regarding the DVR kits and everything, as per the constitution, it's only the only two places allowed, right? The only two places allowed, mandated for this process to carry on.
The law says that registration of Kenyans in diaspora be done at the Kenya High Commission or Kenya Embassy or Kenya Consulate. Yes, that is the only place that is allowed by the law for registration diaspora to take place. Yes, because that is considered, those areas are considered Kenyan territories. Yes, and that is why we cannot move to other places within the Emirates to capture Kenyans. They only have to come to the consulate or the embassy in Abu Dhabi. Yes.
Very well. I think we've covered most of the information. And in case of any further queries, just visit the IBC website, which Mr. Benjamin will tell us. The HTTP.
We have the IBC website, www.iebc.or.ke.
Okay.
It is a website that is rich with a lot of information. Yes, just visit the parts on downloads, and you'll find a list of so many things. We'll find the election laws, we'll find the constitution there, we'll find our gazette notices, our reports, our press releases. So it's a really website that is rich with information. We are also on Facebook, social media. We are in Twitter at IBC Kenya. So we are in the social media. Yes.
Well, Kenyans in diaspora, back to you. Come out in big numbers. We only have 2 days left. That is on the 13th and the 14th. Come out in big numbers and exercise your right. This is your voice. This is the time for you to raise your voice and to make sure that what we've actually needed as Kenyans in diaspora, the policies to be formulated, access of facilities back in Kenya. Are you a Kenyan like in diaspora right now? You need to have some seamless kind of procedures. This is the time by electing the right leaders. Okay, the leaders who actually have good relationship. Like now, for example, we're in the United Arab Emirates. Are we going to elect leaders who are going to destroy that kind of relationship? It is your voice to bring out. Or are you a Kenyan who's going to vote someone who's going to create nice bilateral trade for investment? Right now we have Expo 2020 going on. If it was not for the good leadership of our existing president, this kind of things Kenya will not be participating. There are some other areas of investment. Many Kenyans who want to invest back at home, is it easier for you to access loans back at home? Is it easier for you to access like medical insurance? Is it easier for you to access the documentation, let's say passport and everything. These are the things that depends with the leaders that we elect. So mine is to urge you Kenyans in diaspora, in United Arab Emirates, be it from which Emirates you're coming from. Just know that you have 2 points, 2 key points for the voter registration. That is in Dubai, Kenyan consulate, where we are right now with Mr. Benjamin, and one is the main embassy in Abu Dhabi. So come out in big numbers. We only have 2 days. Come out in big numbers and exercise your right. Thank you very much. And Mr. Benjamin, any not going before we finish?
Yes, I think the first time you asked a question about going through it is that we are registering Kenyans in the diaspora because the constitution says that every Kenyan has a right, every Kenyan citizen has a right to be registered as a voter. You are a Kenyan citizen as evidenced by the ID and other identification documents that you possess, and as well as the constitution also mandates IBC, or rather tasks IBC to conduct to progressively enable Kenyans in the diaspora to participate in elections. And in 2012, we went into the East African countries, the Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, and Burundi. We were able to register Kenyans there, and they participated in the 2012 general election, voting for the president. In 2017, we added South Africa, and now in 2022, we have gone beyond Africa. Now we conducting the UAE, we conducted in Germany registration, Canada, United States, and South Sudan. So we are expanding because it's progressive. And again, these are the benefits of our constitution, in the sense that before there was no that provision for Kenyans residing outside Kenya, and people had to board a plane to go back and vote in Kenya. So I want to encourage you, Kenyans here in the UAE, we have come a long way. We have come to meet you in the middle. Kindly, you could be in, is it Ajman, is it Sharjah? Please try to come and meet us. We have come to meet you at the middle, because perhaps you might ask yourself, why should I vote? Why, why come all this? But I want to bring to the attention of you that even the new constitution, the constitution that we are enjoying it right now, had the contribution of the Kenyans in diaspora. They came in with ideas, they came in with experiences, and we were able to have a constitution that is progressive, that is giving us these very rights. Not many countries where there are people in the diaspora, particularly in Africa, are able to participate in decision making way back home. Yes, we are. I encourage you to come. I know it's tough, but let's meet each other in the middle and help Kenya move forward.
Very well said, very well said. Just to recap, all you need is your Kenyan passport, or you can use your Kenyan passport or your Kenyan ID. And either your Kenyan passport or your Kenyan ID, either or. After you finish your registration, you'll be presented with your voter's card, like mine here right now. As simple as that. It's a process that takes a very short period of time, between 5 to 7 minutes, you're done. Okay? So you're welcome. You don't need a PCR test. Just to remind you, you don't need a PCR test. It's just directly accessing the officers here. But of course, we are observing the COVID protocols. Very much important. We are observing the COVID protocols because we currently know what's actually going on.
Yes, we are an open space.
Putting on your face mask in the right way, sanitizing and everything. So thank you very much once again, Mr. Benjamin. And Kenyans, come out and let us do this. Thank you very much.
Your vote,
God bless you.
your future.
Very